The top 5 marketing channels for wholesaling real estate. What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here.
Rick Zach Ginn here.
And in today's video, we're going to break down the top 5 marketing channels that you need to be using in your real estate wholesaling business and the ones that we absolutely recommend today. So before we get into it, guys, remember, you need to smash that like button and subscribe to get the most free value from us, and let's get into it. So everyone asks, what type of marketing channel do you need to be successful in wholesaling? Is it cold calling? Do you have to go do some door knocking? Like, everyone's got their own thing of like, what's the best marketing channel? And really wanted to break down our top 5 and the ones that we actually use in our wholesaling business.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so let's get it going. So let's break it down from number 5 here. Number 5 is something that's not considered a marketing channel, but I think it's probably one of the most powerful ones. And this is JVing or networking, right?
JVing stands for a joint venture, which traditionally you can work with other wholesalers or people that have deals. A lot of these deals come naturally from what we call bird dogs. And a bird dog's not necessarily a JV. It's just someone who points you in the direction of a deal. They get compensated just to get like a marketing spiff on it. And a couple examples like bartenders, waitresses, anybody who talks to a lot of people and has the gift of gab are dynamite as a bird dog or even a potential JV partner.
100%. I'm telling you right now, JVing is amazing. Like, if you guys go out there on like Facebook and you connect with the people in your wholesaling market right now that are dying to get their first deal, or they're really good at marketing, maybe they drive for dollars 3 or 4 hours a day and they're scared to death to talk to a seller. You can just get with these people and they can give you those leads. You split the deal. You can get deals sent in your pipeline that you have never gotten if you did your traditional marketing, right?
And the longer you do it, the more natural they come. So like, I'm in it 20 years. I get a consistent flow from these type of JVs, bird dog deals, because I put in the time. The first couple years was a little bit, I get one here, I got one there. But I'm telling you, if you stick to it and use this marketing channel, it will pay you a huge return.
I've seen it all the time. That brings us to number 5 there. So what is number 4? And number 4 has been something I've been screaming about all year long. And eventually some people are doing it. They're finding really good results, but not a lot of people are just liking it. But this is reverse drawing for dollars. I cannot stress this enough. Reverse drawing for dollars is one of the best marketing strategies out there because nobody's doing it. And truthfully, it's probably the cheapest inbound marketing tactic out there that's legal. So I think, in my personal opinion, the cheapest inbound marketing is going to be bandit signs, but bandit signs are kind of in a gray area legally. So I would say reverse drawing for dollars is going to be number 4 here, because I would love to put bandit signs here, but unfortunately, a lot of places you can't do bandit signs.
The reverse driving for dollars just cuts you to the leads that are going to have the highest probability. And if you're tight on a budget, this is the fastest way to do it, because you skip going through, gathering a list, getting all this data. You just pick a zip code. Really, you pick a street in an area. You go, you do the stickies, and then you wait for the inbound calls.
That's it. So guys, drawing for dollars again is when you have a list. Let's say I have 500 pre-foreclosure leads, right? Most people, 500 pre-foreclosure leads, what's the best way to actually get a deal from that? Door knocking. Unfortunately, door knocking sucks. It is not fun. It's a lot of work and people are going to cuss at you. It's not good. So what's the best alternative to that? Just go to the house, put a sticky note there, and then have them call you. It's sometimes a little easier. They're doing it over the phone versus in person. You don't get the irate people. And the cool part is, if anyone's not home, you're not wasting your time there. So again, you just get a sticky note. Like for me, hey, this is Zach. Give me a call back. I have a quick question. Then put your phone number there. Put that like 500 pre-foreclosures. You're going to get inbound leads calling you. Kind of like bandit signs. Actually, it's pretty much the same price. And it's absolutely amazing. Most people have to spend 30, 40, 50 cents for a postcard to send that out. Absolute killer. And I promise you, if someone with a sticky note that says call me on the door, you're going to get a way better response rate than any direct mail piece.
Correct. And you avoid the ring doorbell issue we have going on these days.
Oh my gosh. It's hard to door knock when that happens, right?
Yeah. And so Zach, what do they do if someone goes, hey, what are you doing, when they walk out the door and you're sticking a note on the door?
You can walk away and just say, hey, I had to drop a note for my partner.
Yeah.
That's really it.
So a quick tip on this: if they're open to talking about the house, go for it. If they're going to chew you out and be nasty for it, go, listen, I'm just a messenger. My boss made me drop this off.
A quick tip for reverse trying for dollars: just have that sticky note, put it underneath the windshield. When someone's driving, they're going to see it right there. So reverse trying for dollars, absolute killer. You should be using this in your business right now. I'm telling you, it's absolutely amazing. So the next tactic here is a pretty interesting one, I would say. And this is sort of for someone with a bigger marketing budget. I think this is definitely still top 5 for me just because it's our top marketing channel. And just because we run a 7-figure operation, this is kind of one of the lifelines for us. And it's sort of the lazy man's approach. If you get the list polling right, you don't have to be doing VAs. This doesn't require like constant KPI lookups from your VAs, no employees. It's pretty simple. And this is direct mail, right?
Yeah. So the trick with direct mail, one of the most expensive mediums to get the mail out and get the lead up front. But a lot of people underestimate the value if you get it. Number one is if you're just a solopreneur, the first 7 years I did it all by myself, is I didn't have VAs, I didn't have assistants, I did not have a partner, and we took incoming calls. Sometimes we missed them, but they were incoming calls, and it was just easy to manage for a one person or one woman operation. And a lot of people overlook that because you don't need a giant staff to run it.
No.
Okay. Also, it's convenient. I did this while I had a job too. On direct mail, I had incoming leads and I had time to get back to them, although I couldn't answer a lot of them live while I was working. But people always complain about the cost of direct mail. Yeah. You got to understand it's mostly inclusive, and you can also click a button and today it's pretty much done for you. You have to have the best list possible. And here's the best secret about it. It's 100% legal. There are no ramifications for sending out direct mail. There's no DNC. There's no there's no legislation against it. It's the United States Postal Service. And as long as you pay for the stamp, it is legal.
That's the thing. The government is not going to be upset if you're spending more money using the government as a service. They actually encourage it. They do not discourage it like we've seen from other marketing channels. So direct mail, it's scalable. It's really effective. And if you know what you're doing, you do really well. Guys, if you want to know how to do direct mail the right way, just go to mailingmastery.com. It's definitely, in my opinion, the top direct mail course on the planet. It's absolutely for free. And it's taught by Rick Ginn.
Exactly. So, and guys, when someone tells you, well, I'm going to have you arrested for sending me direct mail, there's no crime. They're just upset. You move on with your life.
It drives me crazy when I see it.
You cannot get in trouble for sending direct mail unless you have some sort of insane offer, which we don't do that.
Number 2 here, this is definitely one of my favorite ones for 2022, and this is going to be SMS Text Blasting. SMS Text Blasting, I'm telling you right now, it is extremely scalable. If you know how to become very creative with the ad copy you make, you can do very well. I know reverse trying for dollars, JVing direct mail, you can be sort of creative, but you don't have to be that creative with it. SMS marketing, it's one of the best ones, and it's very cost efficient, especially when you're running a bigger operation. The only caveat here is you're going to have to get creative. I'm telling you right now, if you do your SMS Text Blasting and you actually go out here and you just do, hey, is this the owner of the street? ? You're not going to do well. Hey, me and my partners drove by the house. I had a quick question about 123 Main Street ?
Yeah, you got to vary the message up. And what I love about SMS is, man, if you're a solopreneur, like a lot of us are, is it's extremely scalable.
It's like cold calling, more scalable as a solopreneur. You have to answer these people back quick.
Yes.
People are used to texting really quick. And the most important part about SMS, which this, is get off the phone. Actually call them. Get off texting as soon as you can. If someone has any inkling of interest, you got to call them. That's the difference between people that are successful in SMS and that aren't. You can scale it with a VA. I love it.
My 2 tips are speed's everything.
Yeah.
And you got to convert from text to phone. You are not taking down a very profitable deal via text. The goal of SMS is to have an active conversation, and you have to go from SMS to phone. I would love to flip houses just texting people and never ever talking to them. It's not realistic. So just make sure you're converting it to a phone call.
100% here. And then remember, with SMS, use a trusted service. Don't use this one-off company that do your SMS, because if they are not TCPA compliant, they don't do the 10 DLC, you could actually be breaking some laws and get in trouble. So this is batch leads. Obviously that's who we use. If you use code ZAG, you get 50% off of it. Lead Sherpa is great. Roar, Smarter Contact, Launch Control. These are sort of the companies that I would say, if you use them, you're going to be fine. It's like when you got the Fiverr guy from Pakistan that's trying to get you to use an SMS service they're trying out. That's when you get in some legal situations, so you're as protected as possible. Next here, the number one marketing tactic, I would say, for 2022 for most real estate wholesalers. Remember, guys, this is our little list here. It switches. Direct mail is sort of our favorite one, but not everyone can spend tens of thousands of dollars per month in marketing like we can. So number one, I say this just in my heart of hearts, I can tell you this right now. Cold calling is still the king in 2022 of most people for marketing. I'm telling you, most people are getting their deals from cold calling. It is the hands down best marketing tactic, best marketing strategy, channel, whatever you want to call it, to get motivated sellers on the phone, actually get these contracts signed and actually get them sold for big fat paydays. Cold calling is still the best one out there.
Yeah, it's the most efficient use of your time. With SMS, you use it for locating, and then you have to do the phone. So think about cold calling. You have your list. You're going straight to the phone. Yes, you're going to get a lot of no's. Get used to it. But when you get the right one, you got them on the phone, they're yours. As long as you walk them through and identify a motivated seller, because most of your time on cold calling is filtering out people that aren't motivated. But once you get through them, you find that one. You have a list of 1,000, 5,000. Shoot, start with 200. I don't care. Imagine if you had to go door to door and do this. It would take you months.
Yeah.
What you can literally do in a couple days on the phone. Guys, it's extremely, extremely powerful.
I cannot stress it enough. You have to be doing this in your business. It's one of the best things you possibly can be doing. Remember, when you're cold calling, you're actually gaining your skills talking to sellers on top of actually getting in front of sellers and actually marketing. What I tell you right now is there's literally the only script you need for cold calling. This is it. We've preached this a million times. You've been doing this forever, like 2 decades plus, and I've used this script. It's my absolute best script. You just keep it simple. You're going to do well. When you complicate it, you try to make a script of the conversation, it's going to be a mess. You need a framework. This is literally asking 2 things and then qualifying them. Ready? Hey, are you the owner of this property? And are you interested? This is not SMS. You just get straight to the point when you get in front of somebody, right? Are you the owner of the property? And are you interested in selling? If they're interested in selling, you ask them these 4 questions. Motivation, condition, time frame, price. Motivation, why are they looking to sell the property? Condition, how's the roof, AC, does it need any updating? Time frame, when are they actually looking to sell the property? Within 6 months, a week, a year. Price, how much they need to get rid of the property for. I'm telling you right now, this is not SMS text blasting where you have to be super complicated and you got to get really creative with it. Just use these simple steps in cold calling. You'll have massive success in your cold calling skills. I'm telling you, it's absolutely for free. The skip tracing's free. If you use truepeoplesearch.com, I'm telling you, cold calling is the best one out there, hands down, for marketing strategies. But again, it's ultimately up to you what marketing strategy is going to work for you and what would give you the best success. So guys, that is our top 5 marketing strategies for wholesaling real estate. I'm telling you right now, you cannot go wrong with these strategies and you'll have success. Guys, I really appreciate it. I'm telling you, get marketing and you got this.
Just pick a channel and go deep on it. Once you have success, then you can decide to add additional channels to it. Do not try to do them all at once.
Boom. This is Zach Ginn signing out.
This is Rick Ginn signing out.
Have a blessed one.
See you guys.